2 hours left. Archangel Michael says, this is not a coincidence. You were led here. By divine design, you have arrived at this moment, this sacred space in time where heaven speaks, not through loud thunder, but through a whisper that cuts deeper than any noise. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, his sword of light not raised in attack, but in protection. He says, you must read this in full. Do not set it aside, and do not share it, not yet. This is a classified call from the heavens, and it bears your name. You felt it, the tension, the silence before something changes, the quiet before something hidden is revealed. What others call stillness is not stillness. It is a pause in the spirit realm, a divine hush before the shift. There are forces meeting behind veils, councils assembling in unseen realms, decisions are being discussed, and your name is present in the room. Do not be alarmed, do not tremble, but do not delay either. This is not a warning meant to paralyze, it is a call to attention. Something is unfolding, and you must be awake for it. You were never designed to drift through life unnoticed. You were made to be a voice that pierces through darkness. But because of that light within you, there are now whispers earthly and spiritual that seek to dim it. You may feel the pressure. You may even hear the rumors. They are discussing your removal, your displacement, your silencing. But listen closely. No one can cancel what I, the Lord of hosts, have established. Let that truth settle into your bones. Yes, the shadows gather. Yes, the unseen meetings feel like storms you cannot see, but you are not alone in this. I have sent Archangel Michael to stand guard at your side. His presence is not symbolic. It is real. He watches. He defends. He delivers the messages that must reach your heart before all else. You ask, why me? Because you are chosen. You are entrusted. You have been entrusted with knowledge, purpose, and assignments that others could not carry, and the enemy knows that. That is why they conspire. That is why the attacks feel so personal, so targeted. But here is the greater truth. Every weapon formed against you will shatter before it strikes. You are under a divine seal. This moment, this 2-hour window, is not random. Heaven does not work in vague coincidences. Every detail is woven into the tapestry of eternity. These 2 hours, literal or symbolic, represent a divine threshold, and thresholds require courage to cross. Will you cross it? Will you awaken now and say, I will not fear. I will not back down. I will step into what God has for me. This is your time. Not because the world says so, but because heaven has declared it so. Archangel Michael urges you again. Keep this message to yourself for now. Do not let idle voices taint what is sacred. Do not seek confirmation from those who cannot understand divine instruction. What you carry is rare, sacred. Not everyone will understand your fire. Some will try to explain it away. Others will fear it. Still others will try to extinguish it. But you do not answer to them. You answer to the one who formed you from eternity's breath. Even now, as you read these words, you can sense something stirring inside, a remembrance, a knowing, that dream you buried, the vision you left behind, the voice you silenced for the sake of peace. It's coming alive again. not because you tried, but because the Spirit is breathing on it. Yes, you may feel resistance. Yes, people may suddenly act strange, distant, or even hostile toward you, but this is not chaos. This is clarity. The shifting of the atmosphere around you is not rejection. It's redirection. The Lord says, I am removing you from tables where your voice was never truly welcomed. I am pulling you out of circles that only tolerated your presence, not to punish you, but to place you where your anointing will be honored and your spirit will grow. You are not losing. You are being aligned. This is not a spiritual demotion. It is a divine repositioning, and it is happening fast. That is why there is urgency. That is why Michael says, 2 hours remain. That is why the pressure builds, not because you are falling behind, but because you are being thrust forward. This is a divine acceleration. Heaven does not operate in human time, but in divine timing, and you have stepped into one of those appointed hours where everything changes. But not everyone can know. Not everyone can come. The call is for you, because you have carried things in silence for so long, because you have walked through fire and smiled through rejection, because your tears at night became prayers that rose like incense. Heaven saw, heaven heard, heaven is responding. Do not fear what's coming. Fear nothing, because the Most High walks beside you, and his angels surround you. They are not figments. They are not fantasy. They are fierce. They are loyal. And they war in realms you cannot see to clear the way before you. Right now, something is breaking in the spirit. A stronghold that once held you back is crumbling. Chains that weren't visible are being cut. Agreements made in secret against. You are being exposed and dissolved by divine authority. You are not under threat. You are under divine coverage. Let peace wash over you now, not peace that makes sense to the world, but the supernatural kind that only comes when the Spirit of God whispers to your soul, you're safe, you're seen, you're sent. The 2 hours left aren't a countdown to doom. They are the final moments before your rising. Will you step forward? Will you receive this? Will you claim your place not because of pride, but because of promise? Do not let fear delay you. Let faith move you. This is your awakening. This is your instruction. This is your holy confirmation. Seal this word inside. Keep it like fire in your bones. Let it guide your choices, your posture, your prayers, and when the moment comes to speak, to move, to reveal, you'll know. You'll feel Michael's strength. You'll feel the Lord's hand upon your back, and you will rise. You have been chosen. You are not removable when you stand in God's will. You are not replaceable in heaven's blueprint. You are a divine assignment in motion, and nothing, no meeting, no rumor, no attack can undo what I, the Eternal One, have declared over you. Walk now with your head lifted, your heart aligned, and your faith activated. The time is short, but your future is vast. You are loved. You are protected. You are commissioned. You might feel it in your body, a weight, a sensation, a stirring that you cannot explain. This is not anxiety. This is the vibration of destiny aligning with divine timing. The heavens are not distant observers. They are active participants in your unfolding story. Even now, angelic forces move around you, not in fantasy, but in function. They are setting divine appointments, creating detours to avoid destruction, shifting conversations in rooms you have never entered so that your name is spoken with honor, not accusation. Yes, there are still those plotting, still those who smile while they sabotage, but I tell you this: every tongue that rises against you in judgment shall fall. Do not entertain the fear of exposure when I am the one revealing truth. What they intend for harm, I will transform into glory. You are not beneath their authority. You are under mine, and my authority cannot be challenged, cannot be voted on, cannot be removed by secret meetings or spiritual councils. I have branded you with my seal, and no man or spirit can overwrite what I have written into your being. I need you to walk as though you know this. Speak as though it burns inside. You are not in a passive season. You are in a proving ground. These final moments of testing are not punishments. They are preparations, for what is coming will require a version of you that is bold, unwavering, and anchored in truth. Do not waste these hours seeking validation from those who never truly saw you. Do not cast your pearls before those who mocked your calling. I have placed you in the midst of shaking, because what cannot be shaken must remain, and you, my beloved, will remain. I see the tears you do not share. I hear the thoughts you never speak. I know the quiet ache for confirmation, for someone to say, "You're not crazy, this is real." So hear it now. This is real. This is spiritual. This is strategic. You are not imagining it. The atmosphere around you is shifting because your spirit is growing too large for the limitations others tried to place on you. The discomfort is not punishment, it is expansion. You are being stretched so that you can carry more. And yes, it hurts. Yes, it feels like the end. But it is actually the beginning. The 2-hour window is not a threat. It is a birthing hour. And what you birth now will bless generations if you steward it with reverence. Archangel Michael does not stand idly. He watches. He wars. He waits for your alignment. He is whispering still. Be vigilant. Be still. But do not be silent. Heaven is not asking you to fight in your own strength. It is asking you to believe, to listen, and to respond with faith. The throne of God is not indifferent to your struggles. Your cries have entered the courts of heaven and returned as decrees of deliverance. Even now, the Spirit of God moves within you, confirming this word with inner tremors, goosebumps, or a heat that rushes through you unannounced. That is not emotion. That is encounter. That is the divine intersecting with your earthly moment. Accept it. Let it ground you. Let it silence the noise of doubt. There will be signs, unexpected alignments, dreams that return, confirmations and conversations you weren't even supposed to overhear. When you see them, don't dismiss them. These are divine winks, evidence that you are not forgotten or forsaken. Your name is engraved on the palm of the Almighty, and no human hand can smudge it out. Remember this. Just because others don't understand your journey doesn't mean you've lost your way. Many are blind to spiritual assignments, Many can only perceive what makes sense. But you are not led by sense, you are led by spirit. That's why it's felt lonely. That's why it's felt heavy. Because you are carrying something sacred, something that doesn't belong to the crowd, but the crowd is not your confirmation. The Lord is, and He says to you now, you will rise, you will overcome, you will outlast the voices that doubted. You will step into rooms no one thought you'd reach, and you will carry a light that cannot be replicated or ignored. I have not called you for easy paths. I have called you for eternal purpose. That purpose may seem buried under layers of confusion or delay, but it is not lost. It is maturing. And these last hours are your final alignment before release. So let go of fear. Let go of the need to be understood. Let go of bitterness toward those who walked away, betrayed, or belittled you. They were not meant to carry this with you. Their exit was your protection. I am your sustainer. I am your defender. I am the author of your story, and I do not end things in ruin. I bring beauty out of ashes. I bring redemption from rejection. I bring resurrection where the world declared death. And now, with heaven bearing witness, I declare, it is time, not for striving, not for panic, but for still, burning, undeniable faith. Walk forward. Even if it's trembling, speak what I've whispered. Even if your voice shakes, trust the signs. Even if your mind can't make sense of them, this is your divine hour. These are your final moments before everything changes. Heaven has spoken. The angels have moved. The realm of spirit is awake. And now so must you be. You are not behind schedule. You are right on time.